update on the biggest prophecy conference of 2016. Welcome to SkyWatch TV for Monday, June 6th, 2016. I'm Derek Gilbert. Joining me in studio, two special guests, gentlemen who are working overtime to coordinate the schedules and make available to you the live streaming option for the Rocky Mountain International Prophecy Conference. Our good friends from Prophecy Watchers, Bob Ulrich and Gary Stearman. Welcome.
Good to be here.
26 speakers, but now we've been telling people for months, 32 messages on the live stream, but you're telling me now that we've actually upped that to 40 messages, added 8 more?
A little logistical gyration. We're streaming 2 rooms this year, and we have figured out a way with the help of our cameraman Sam Miller and some cooperation from him to expand the schedule. And we now are going to be streaming 20 messages from each room. Total of 40 messages total, unheard of in the world of live streaming. That actually is about close to 80% of the entire conference streamed to the public.
Now, I'd like for Bob to explain live streaming video to you, and I want to say first that the conference has been sold out for quite a while now, but you can still attend. You can watch the conference in HD video, and Bob, tell us all about that.
Well, if you have a DVR at home, you're probably familiar with recording programs. Live streaming has a lot of similarities to that, where you literally sign up for the live streaming. You get an email just a couple of days before the event with a code in it. You go to a website, you enter the code, and boom, you've got 40 messages coming into your family room. Now, the cost of attending a conference is significant. Airfare, travel expenses, hotel, registration, food. With the live streaming, you pay a fee, a small fee, actually $50 for the main ballroom. $79.95 for both of the rooms, access to all 40 messages, which right now about 98% of the people are choosing. And this is literally going to come onto your computer. You provide us with an email address, and we will send that on-demand feed right to your computer. Now, you can watch it live. You know, when LA's Marzulli takes the stage on Friday night, you'll be there, you know, watching with the 1,000 people in attendance. Or if you don't get home from work until midnight, turn on your computer, put your code in. You can watch it at midnight. You can watch it the next day. You can watch it 45 days later. So live streaming is great high technology in HD TV that we're able to really take advantage of today to make these conferences very, very popular and successful.
What's really cool is if you have a little bit of technical know-how and you've got a modern laptop with an HDMI output, you run that into the back of your computer like you'd hook up a VCR, well, VCR, how old am I? A DVR or a DVD, Blu-ray player, but with an HDMI connection, you could actually run it directly to your TV and watch it on the big screen. But I was going to ask about the archiving, because with 40 messages coming from 2 rooms, there has to be some overlap in the live stream. So rather than asking people to choose, you can only watch this one or this one, and you have to choose between them. With the 6 weeks of 45 days beyond the conference, people have time to go back and watch all 40 messages.
Absolutely. And I might add that this is available internationally as well. We have hundreds and hundreds of people who've already signed up for the live streaming. But the interesting thing is they're coming from South Africa, they're coming from Holland, they're coming from Israel, they're coming from China, from Singapore, literally from all over the world tuning in.
That's phenomenal. And some of the messages in this conference are just amazing. You shared some of the titles, well, the presentations before we sat down to record today, and these are remarkable. I know L.A. Marzulli's got something up his sleeve that he's going to reveal. Tell us what you can about L.A.'s presentation.
Well, you know, we haven't released any of the message titles yet. We're kind of keeping them under a black cloak for the time being. They're about to be revealed probably here in the next few days. But a couple years ago, I got a text message from L.A. Marzulli, and the text message said, check your email. I checked the email, and it said, for your eyes only. Well, I opened up the email, and he sent me a new archaeological discovery. This was 2 years ago, and he has not had permission to release this or reveal this because of the source and where it came from. But I've been telling people this, when he puts this up on the big screen via live streaming, there's going to be probably 750 people in that main ballroom, and you are going to hear an audible gasp because you've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this in my life. And of course, LA travels in those circles, doesn't he?
He really does. He sort of moves in circles where other men fear to tread. He's an adventurer.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of adventurers who are going to be presenters at this conference. But I wanted to say one thing, Derek. I can't wait till July 15th when I'm standing on that stage with Tom Horn and we are opening the conference. That's always a thrill. I mean, and this conference in particular, let me just talk about Randall Price, an archaeologist, a theologian, a man who understands ancient languages, and he is going to present some very, very encouraging and very up-to-date presentations on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. Archaeology and Bible prophecy, great combination.
And I know he's got a dig coming up at Qumran this fall where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found. And I can't wait to talk to him and pick his brain because I find archaeology fascinating, especially because each new discovery seems to document and corroborate the biblical account.
Yes.
Speaking of fascinating archaeological discoveries, 2 years ago, Stan Deo caused a in the main room when he shared his research and his discovery of the location of Eden. What can Stan Deo possibly do to top that this year?
You know, you're turning me into the keeper of secrets because we're not quite ready to release what Stan's message is about because it's going to be controversial. But Stan uses Google Earth in an unusual way. We look at, we use it to look up people's houses. Stan uses it to look for archaeological adventures. And this is how he found the tributaries that led to the Garden of Eden. But this year he has another discovery that, again, I can't talk about. But when I first talked to Stan, he didn't know what he was going to speak about. A couple months later, he called me back, literally out of breath, that he discovered something that he was so excited to share. He was pouring his heart and soul into the preparation of the message. And I know it's going to be very, very well received. Yeah,
I know. He sent me an email that ran to like a couple of pages when he started describing it. And we were sharing some archaeological things that we were interested in, some stuff that I've been working on for my presentation.
You know what's great about this conference, really? You're listening to all these subjects that we're talking about. There's such a variety at these events. You know, it's not just the 70 weeks of Daniel and Armageddon. I mean, we're talking about politics. We're talking about Bible prophecy. We're talking about the supernatural. Josh Peck is coming and speaking on UFOs. Doc Marquis is speaking on the Nephilim. There were giants in the land. So you go down this whole breadth of messages and you just say to yourself, boy, where do you go to get this kind of material? You're not going to hear about it in church.
No. And there's one topic that Sharon and I wind up talking about here on Sci Friday almost every week, it seems, because there's something new in the news almost every week about how science is trying to redefine what it means to be human. Her presentation called I Compute, Therefore I Am. And of course, using the term I am in a very specific way as well, if I know her. That's going to be cutting edge. I know that her presentation on Ebola and the fourth horseman of the apocalypse was just mind-blowing 2 years ago. So, my dad told me many times that, son, you married up. And every time she does something in public like this, I'm reminded again how right my father was.
Quickly, it wouldn't be quite right if we didn't talk about Israel in prophecy. And we're going to have Joe Farah, WorldNet Daily, somebody who follows events in Israel day by day by day. We're going to have Bill Koenig. Bill Koenig knows Israel and Israeli news and events inside and out. It's going to be a great presentation.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up because one of the speakers we have this year is Joel Richardson, and he's going to be speaking on a very, very unique message, When a Jew Rules the World.
Right.
And, you know, there are a lot of people that don't believe Israel has any role in end-time prophecy. And in fact, this is probably shocking to hear this, but probably 80% of people who call themselves Christians in America are amillennial. They don't believe Israel has a role in end-time prophecy.
Right.
So his message, I think, is going to be really important to have people focus in on the role of Israel in the end times.
Absolutely. Yeah, we had him here toward the end of last year, and that was a fascinating conversation. And of course, Avi Lipkin, who always has the latest information on what's happening in that part of the world. His message, I think, will catch some people by surprise. The fall of Saudi Arabia to ISIS. A lot of us Americans assume that ISIS and Saudi Arabia, well, they're all Muslims, they're probably all in this together. he says no and gives some very good reasons why.
He's quite the prognosticator, isn't he?
In fact, he has made predictions many times that we have seen come absolutely to pass. It's amazing.
It's a little bit spooky from time to time.
Where do people go to get information on the packages that are available and to sign up for the live stream from the conference?
Well, prophecywatchers.com, it's if you can spell prophecy, you can get there, and that sometimes is confusing. But you can sign up for the main ballroom messages, which are $50. You can sign up for the messages in the Aspen room, which are $50, or like most of the people are doing, you can sign up for both rooms, all 40 messages, $79.95. We've even put a little discount in there.
Bob Ulrich, Gary Stearman, the men behind Prophecy Watchers, always a pleasure to have you guys here. We look forward to seeing you out there in July, and as often as we can, we need to start making that trip down I-44 to Oklahoma City ourselves. You guys keep coming up here.
You're always welcome, believe me.
Thanks, Derek.
Yeah.
Well, tonight, the first of this week's broadcast on SkyWatch TV, a fascinating topic, Torah codes. Did God encode messages into the Hebrew text of the first 5 books of the Bible? Richard Shaw is a filmmaker. He's produced a documentary film on that topic called Torah Codes End to Darkness. You'll see that program tonight on the Victory Television Network down in Arkansas and in the Memphis area. Tomorrow, 4 different locations around the country, and of course, coast to coast on the Christian Television Network. On Wednesday afternoon, coast to coast on the Cornerstone Television Network. And then on Saturday, the Victory Television Network, 3:30 p.m. Central Time, and WCLF TV in the Tampa, St. Petersburg area. You'll find a complete listing of times and places to watch SkyWatch TV, skywatchtv.com. Just look for the link in the top menu bar that says channels. And of course, that program is available now for you to watch on demand on the SkyWatch TV channel on Roku. If you haven't added the SkyWatch TV channel to your Roku account yet, you need instructions on how to do it. We've got those posted at skywatchtv.com/Roku. We depend on your support here at SkyWatch TV in the month of June, just as we did in the month of May with Gifts for Mom. In the month of June, Gifts for Dad, a couple of books Dad will find useful. But this month, we will send those to you for your donation of any amount to SkyWatch TV. That's available in the U.S. and Canada only. For more information and to donate, log on to skywatchtv.com/donate. If you got comments or questions for me, please send those to dgilbert@skywatchtv.com. And thank you for watching as we keep watch. I'm Derek Gilbert, and this is SkyWatch TV. Save nearly half off the cover price when you subscribe now to the brand new SkyWatch TV magazine. For a limited time from April 24th through June 24th, 60 days only, a 5-year subscription to SkyWatch TV magazine is just $99. That's more than $75 off the cover price, which is like getting 2 years for free. Exclusive content, articles on prophecy, discovery, and the supernatural from Tom Horn, Chris Putnam, Josh Peck, science updates from Sharon K. Gilbert, geopolitics from yours truly, and guest writers like Pulitzer Prize-nominated journalist Troy Anderson, renowned Bible scholar Dr. Michael Heiser, Pentagon advisor Lieutenant Colonel Bob McGinnis, and more. But there is more. As an early subscriber, you'll be the first to get this new book from Defender Publishing. I predict what 12 global experts believe you'll see by 2025. This is a $20 value and includes best-selling authors like Joel Richardson, Mark Biltz, Carl Gallups, Tom Horn, Paul McGuire, and more. Find out what they think about the coming war between ISIS and the Vatican, the future of the Temple Mount and the Ark of the Covenant, a worldwide manifestation of angels, and the coming age of human hybrids. And we'll also add this DVD, The Best of SkyWatch TV 2015, a $25 value, including our most compelling interviews from last year, including Chuck Missler, Steve Quayle, the discussion of the Georgia Guidestones with Chris Pinto, and more. All of this together worth more than $200, yours now for just $99, but only through June 24th. Subscribe now, SkyWatch TV magazine. Call the number on your screen or log on to skywatchtvstore.com.